I'm Elizabeth Newsom and welcome to my Booktube channel. So today I'm going to share a few reasons with you guys for why making Booktube videos is kind of hard for me and reviewing books in general. I just feel like I could be doing a better job reviewing books and giving you guys more information on how much I like them, and I really want to improve the quality of my book reviews in my Booktube videos. And honestly, part of it is that I feel like my Booktube channel hasn't been growing like it's supposed to. I feel like it's really slow, and it's probably just me kind of being insecure and worrying about it too much and comparing myself to other booktubers. But regardless of whether or not my channel growth is normal or kind of slow, I know that there's definitely still room for improvement, which is why I'm reviewing a few reasons that Booktube videos are kind of hard for me in hopes that I'll get some good feedback from you guys. And by talking it out, I'll realize a few ways to improve on my own. So my first reason why I feel like I'm not very good at reviewing books is that I want other authors to like me, since I know I'm going to be an author in the future. I remember looking online one time and I found this blog post by this author who was trying to find someone to do a promo for his book. But like every author he thought of, he's like, oh, I've done something to offend them, I've said something to offend her, I can't ask them. And it just occurred to me how terrible that would be to be in a community of people who didn't like you for some reason. So sometimes in my book reviews, I feel like I err on the side of being a little too positive and not honest enough. And for those of you who saw my rating my January wrap-up video, that was kind of an effort to overcome this fear. And it's actually really helped, because I've had to email a few authors and writers for their cover images and explain that I'm doing a video where I review their book. So I told a few that I did honestly enjoy their book, but there were a few aspects of it that I didn't really like. And a lot of the time they were just really gracious and mature about that and kind of realized that it's not for everyone or that they have room to improve. Aside from kind of alleviating my fears about offending people, it was also really inspiring to see that kind of humility. And when I'm an author, I just hope I'm as gracious in responding to people as they are. Reason number 2 is that I don't want to make them feel bad. Since I'm personally a writer and I struggle a lot with comparison, I just hate to have a review where I make some author or writer feel bad about what I said, even if they're not necessarily going to see the video, which might not make sense, but in short, I want my videos to have enough honesty in them to give you guys my thoughts about the book, but enough mercy in them that I don't hurt people. So that's something else that I'm going to work on in my future book reviews. And my final reason for why I feel like I don't do phenomenal book reviews is that a lot of my reviews are just recommendations of books in the same genre. And about once a week I put out a video about books, and then usually kind of a fun video with a book tag or something silly. And for the videos where I recommend books, a lot of times I group together 2 or 3 books at once, and there's no way I can maintain that pace of reading 2 or 3 books a week. So a lot of times what I do is I just look back on books I read previously for ideas. The problem with that is, though, that I don't remember all the thoughts I had on that particular book since it's been a while since I've read some books. So maybe it's just me, but overall I feel like I've just been giving you guys a summary of the book and then like a thought or two of mine and kind of moving on. And of course, that's not really what book reviews are for. If you wanted a synopsis, you could look it up on Amazon. Lately, I've really just been trying to find ways that I can improve my videos and to just stay positive, because honestly, sometimes I get really disheartened when I think too much about the comments my videos have or the likes or the views. And I know it's really early in the game to get disheartened since I've been posting consistently only for about 2 months. And realistically, I know if I stick with something long enough, it'll pay off in the future. Because every time I've done really well at something, it was only after I reached this low point where I got really disheartened and was kind of like playing with the idea of quitting. But of course, it's a lot easier to see that you should have stuck with something looking back than it is looking forward. Because right now, I'm honestly kind of dreading the moment when I have to make videos, just because I feel like I'll put a lot of work into it, I'll edit it, I'll make a cute little thumbnail, and then pretty much no one will watch it, which I know realistically isn't true. And I know I have a few people who are really good about viewing and commenting, like Sarah and Book Your Imagination and a few of my friends. But I know I'm getting too wrapped up in how things should be, and it's still a pretty early stage of development for my channel. So I'm just going to do my best on focusing on improving and doing the process as best I can without worrying about the end result. Well, I'm glad I got that out because honestly, I've been a little down about my YouTube videos for a while. And I'm kind of talking about this not only to ask for feedback from you guys, but also just to hear myself say that I'm going to stick to it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video and kind of just hearing my thoughts about Booktube. And of course, as I've said earlier in this video, I'd love to hear from you guys and get feedback on what you think I could do better and what you think of my suggestions and my thoughts in this video. Let me know down below, and I will see you next time.